All right, all right, all right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to the Tyrus Tillman Show. We had some connectivity issues tonight on our show with Lenny Williams, and so I'm just waiting for him to get reconnected, and we will get this show on the road. Dealing with some growing pains here, working through some new business integrations. So I absolutely apologize for the delay tonight, but we're going to get started here in just a moment. I see that folks are tuning in. If you are here, go ahead and drop a comment so that I know that you're here. Drop a comment, drop a comment, drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Say something to me. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me, and that we are good to go. Comment, comment, comment. Can you hear me?
Okay. Uh,
All right, we are good to go.
okay, cool. All right. You see me good?
I see you very good, sir.
Okay, cool. We rock and rolling.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, so thanks again for your patience. I'm so sorry to everyone out there. Just had some technical issues that I had to work through, and I'm so glad that we're right on time because we're here.
All right.
So my guest tonight, of course, for most of you, does not require any introduction. However, I would be remiss if I not say that this is a world-renowned legend in his own right, Mr. Lenny Williams. Mr. Girl, you know I.
Right now. Uh-huh.
How are you
Sounds
tonight,
good over
sir?
there. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, hey, it's a beautiful, beautiful day out here in California, and I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, sun shining and it's all good.
I love it. Listen, I'm a little jealous. We're here in Augusta, Georgia, and I think that we went from fall a week ago to winter today. So
Oh,
it is a little on the cold side over here.
well, I'm not gonna tell you about the weather today that I dropped the top and all that kind of stuff and everything like that, and and let the wind
Drop the
blow through my
top.
hair. I ain't gonna tell you about that. Yeah.
You out there stunting on him, Mr. Williams?
Well, we was having a little fun. I don't stunt no more, but I maybe STU, but I don't put the NT on it though. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, listen, we know that in just a couple of weeks, we're going to have you in the Garden City, the I Feel Good city of America. In just a couple of weeks, what are you coming to do with us?
Oh yeah, we're coming with the stage play, When a Woman's Fed Up. So super excited about that. Got a great cast in the play. Patrice Lovely, she did all that work with Tyler Perry. So we kind of snatched it from Tyler and got her out there. And of course, Karan Joseph Riley from the Black Hamptons, and Shirley Murdoch. And all the great songs that she sings. Terrell Phillips from Blackstreet, myself. So great stage play, and we're super excited about it.
Oh, I'm absolutely excited myself. I can't wait. I don't know that I've ever made it to a stage play that you were in. Can you tell us a little bit about your role in this play?
Well, I play the part of Attorney Stone, and my claim to fame is that I've never lost a case. Yes, and so I kind of try to strut my stuff, and as you say, I'll be trying to stun on them, and so doing my thing like that. And so it's a super play, and we got a couple of fellas that got themselves in a little conundrum, and I'm trying to help them out, and the family. So it touches all the emotions, a lot of laughter. Bring your hanky because you might do a little, shed a tear or so, and so it's a play that the whole family can come to. You can bring grandma, and you can bring your teenagers and stuff, and it's a super play, well written, well written.
Awesome, awesome. Now, how many different cities or showings have you all had so far with this particular production?
Yeah, so far this year we've done quite a few, and next year, I mean, it's just like we start out in February of next year, and we just all over the place. And so I see that we're gonna go all up to Minneapolis, just all everywhere. So we're looking forward to it, and just looking forward to going to Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm gonna be looking for Terrence Crawford over there, see if I can show me how to throw a left hook or something. And And so, we're just like super excited about it. Nate Tarver with his production company is putting it on. And, and so, the cast is ready to go. Everybody got their shoes shined and ready to do it.
I love it. I love it. I am expecting an awesome, awesome, entertaining night. I'm going to bring my handkerchief just in case I shed a little tear. But Mr. Williams, I'm 38 years old. So, of course, I was born in 87. But my parents are in their 60s, late 60s now. But I grew up on old school good music. Am I going to be able to hear you sing a tune or two or a line or two on this in this
Oh
stage
yeah, I
play?
think I sing a couple of songs I was singing one song, and so I put in a bid to sing another one, and I talked to Annette, who was our director and the one of the owners of the play, along with her daughter Devonda. And so she was receptive to the idea of me singing two songs. So I think I'm in, you know what I mean? Definitely one. And, we pulling for two. Yes.
Okay, I love it. I love it. So this stage play, what has been, I guess, your absolute favorite part about being a part of these type of productions? Because this isn't the first stage play you've been in, right?
No, I've been in a lot of stage plays. I've done stage plays with Billy D. Williams, Tachina Arnold, Leon, just to name a few, Clifton Powell. I've been blessed to hang out with some pretty good actors and learn a lot of different things. But the best part about doing it is that it's although you have lines and everything like that, you have to have spontaneity because someone may forget a line you have to be able to to fill in right quick, think on your feet. And so it's, somebody their plane could be late. Okay, you're doing their part tonight, and so it's a collective effort for all of the actors and the directors to pull it off. The people who design the set and put the set up, so everybody pulls their own weight, and then it's like a puzzle. It's not complete without all the parts, so there's no little part. Every part contributes to the whole. And so just super excited and exciting to see it all work and come together, from getting up
Absolutely.
to the closing curtain. Yeah.
And you're a busy man. I mean, you're probably only about a few years older than I am, but you stay pretty busy. And I mean, you still got a pep in your walk.
Yeah, well, I thank the good Lord. I do stay busy. Every now and then I'd say I'm going to, retire, and then next thing I know, my calendar's full, and I'll be asking my wife, "How did that happen?" She said, "You keep on answering that phone, So, but I can't stop answering the phone, and I definitely do love it. And so I thought I would just kind of switch up a little bit and just do the play next year, but then I've been getting calls for dates to do music as well. So I'll be leaving the play, going to, got a couple of days off, going and doing, the singing, and coming back to the play, going overseas, to Spain, and, and
Wow.
Germany, and, Italy. And so I'm just super excited about life and all that, the good Lord is, put on my plate.
Absolutely. Giving honor to God, who's definitely making a way out of no way, especially in these tumultuous times. And so, all that's going on in the country and in the economy and so forth, what does it mean to you to be able to be a part of these type of productions? Bring people out, having a good time, laughing and so forth. What does that do for you?
Well, it definitely it's just a wonderful feeling to be a part of making someone smile, or making someone feel good, or making someone have some, hear an old song and have nostalgia about it. Especially like you say, during these times of layoffs and tariffs and all the different things, political strife that we have going on in the country right now and the world. And so to just be a part, of that is, it's humbling, and but it's also super rewarding.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going through so much in the country, and I host events a lot here locally. I'm a singer, a stand-up comedian, all of those things. And anytime I can get our folks out just having a good time, no drama, it's like in that moment they forget about all that's not right. And
Right.
they just kind of enjoy, where we are in that moment, having a good time, enjoying each other. And so I know that this stage play is absolutely going to be amazing, and I am so super excited about it. I did want to kind of highlight a couple of the comments that we have. I see one from Jamonica Bush. She says that I remember when he performed at 706. I was the waitress, greatest show ever. So 706 is a club here in Augusta, Georgia. Do you remember that, Mr. Williams?
I do remember that. Yes, I do remember that. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
Had a good time
Jamonica,
that night too. Yeah.
oh, yeah. So you've had some good times before in Augusta.
Oh man, I've had a bunch of good times in Augusta. Some of them, my wife might hit me over the head
We
with it.
don't want any troubles with Mrs. Williams,
Yeah,
but
don't
go
get
on
me
and
in no
tell us. Go
trouble.
on and
Right.
tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, my wife, she's from Texas. She got a rolling pin and the ice
Uh,
pick, and oh Lord have mercy. Yes.
yeah, we don't want no problems. But tell us what have you done here in Augusta? What do you like about Augusta? How has Augusta treated you? And just talking about how excited you are to come back. What has it been like for you here in Augusta?
Oh yeah, I've been to Augusta many, many times. Done a lot of shows, some shows outside, shows like at the club there. Shows. I think I came there with Frankie Beverly, me, and Betty Wright came there, and friends with people there in the radio. Of course, the Mighty Peanut, and all those different people like that there in Augusta, and just been a blessing. I'm trying to think of his name that owns the radio stations there. Besides, but out of Oklahoma that owns those stations there. But just people have just been very, very kind to me. The music. They know the songs and they request the songs. Like I said, I think the last time I was there, I was with Betty Wright before she passed on, and we had a great time there at the Civic Auditorium there. I can't think of the name of it, but we had a great
So
time.
it used to be the Civic Center. Now it's the James Brown Arena, and it's currently under reconstruction. So they're
Oh,
enlarging that.
oh, great! Yeah, yeah, super excited about that. Actually, I met one of James Brown's daughters there in Augusta, and so it's just been Mr. Perry. Yeah, Mr. Perry that owns the radio stations there, right? His family's been really, really nice to me as well. Like I said, Peanut and Fats. They've both been nice to me and
Yeah,
supported me.
Minnesota Fats.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they supported me all the way. I don't want to tell their age, I'll tell mine, but they supported me all the way back from my Tower Power days in the '70s, all the way up to now. and I've just appreciated them. And so I have beautiful, beautiful thoughts. And every night, who knows, I might bring my golf clubs down there and see if I can get a little putting or something,
If
maybe
you
some
bring out the
caddying.
golf clubs, I'm gonna have to step out there with you and see what my skills are like.
Okay, you have to do that for sure. Yes,
Absolutely. Well, you called out some legends right here in the CSRA, the Mighty Peanut, Fats and Cher, and
yeah,
Deanna Brown is probably the daughter of James Brown that you're talking about.
yes, right. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm only 38. I say that a couple of times, but I'm an old soul. I was raised around some of the greats, and not only does your name, ring bells throughout the house, but some of your other castmates. We have Shirley Murdoch. Have you worked with her before on a production?
Yes, I've worked with Shirley before. Matter of fact, I call Shirley like my stage wife. She in this place, she's not my wife on the stage, but we've had about maybe 3 plays where we've been husband and wife and everything. So her husband Dale, who is also the music director for Zap, and my wife always laugh about it. With me and Shirley gonna take care of each other right when we out there on the road. Yes, most definitely.
I
And
love it.
yeah, I think her son Devon travels around with her now, and he looks out for her. I did a show with her and Angela Winbush not too long ago, and she's got her son out, doing that. But I think he just graduated from college and got his degree as a psychologist. I said, well, you really need to come out there and help us now. Oh, that's crazy. Entertainment people. Yes, I guess he'll be setting up his own practice pretty soon.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, you've been in the game for a very long time, several decades. And what is one of the joys that always, just kind of keep you going about being on the road and traveling and, the different venues and so forth? What's that like for you?
Well, I guess the joy of that is to, get a chance to see people. I grew up, I was born in the South and I grew up in California. And so one of the great things about it is when I travel around, I get a chance to see my cousins, and a lot of times I see cousins that I never met before. And so that's always exciting. And then just to see the people, you see people, and then you go back and then the next thing you know, somebody's married and they've got kids, and then their kids are coming out, and then their grandkids. Oh, I've been doing this for 55 years. And so 55, 56 years. And so, you get a chance to watch these families grow up and expand and everything. And you say, oh, remember him? Now he's, out of school and got their own family and things like that. So it's just beautiful just to see people. And, you realize that people work hard, and then they take a, portion of their money, and they come out to spend it, to watch you, and you want to make sure you give them their money worth and more. Mm-hmm. And and a lot of people you develop personal relationships with, and it's just been super, super exciting. And like I said, as much as people enjoy what we do, I think that we enjoy it just as much, because it's a back and forth, and the energy is cyclical, and it just goes around, and it touches everybody, and it keeps on giving. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. When we look at some of the newer artists and performers and even actors and actresses out today, are you satisfied with what you're seeing? You've laid a lot of the groundwork, you and your peers, like I said, for decades, and like you said, over 60 years. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the future of entertainers and just kind of after all that you and your counterparts have done? How do you feel about the future?
Oh, I think the future is in good hands. You've got young people out there that are, directing and creating, and they own their, when we came up, a lot of times we didn't own everything that we did, and they have ownership, and they figured out with a tech being able to distribute, their product and things like that. So I think the future is in good hands. A lot of times, when the torch gets passed, you can be critical of, people that, come behind you. But I try to just sit back and admonish, or give kudos and the advice when it's needed or when it's asked for. But I do think, you've got some great young people out here that are doing some tremendous things, especially with, the creation of the art, and the ownership of it is just spectacular. And I'm just hope I just live long enough to just see when they can just reach the pinnacle, they don't have to go to the MGMs and the Sonys and whatever, and they can just have complete control over all of the art and entertainment that they produce and create.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that the world of technology is so different just from 5 years ago. So I
Mm-hmm.
can only imagine just how different things are for you today. How do you continue to, as relevant as you still are, stay active and stay in touch? With all the new technology and social media and all of that, has it made life easier for you as an entertainer?
Well, it does make it easier for me, definitely. But because of the advent of technology, it also creates more opportunity for others. So it's easier, but it's more crowded. And so it used to be, a program director probably would get, you know, 40 or 50 new songs a week, coming in on record day, and now they get thousands. They're just
Yeah,
inundated. And how do you pick the top 20 or the top 30? I would
right.
imagine that it's got to be mind-boggling. But I guess some old adages still ring true. It's all about the Benjamins. You know what I mean? And I don't, so I don't know if it's all about, but it's pretty damn near close to all about the Benjamins. And
Yeah.
so when you got that much, so I think creativity is essential. Being able to get with people that do have the money to make things happen. Like I said, we have Nate Tarver, who is a guy that has been blessed that money runs through his hands. He knows how to raise money, to get people to invest, and so therefore, with this play, we have opportunity to go out and do this, and have it financed, by these young people that are out there that are controlling, finance. Yeah, so it's you got to have creativity, but you got to have some money. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Money makes the world go round, right?
Yeah, that's right. Money, 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 money. Yeah, the OJ.
Money.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
I love it. I want to give a shout out also to one of our viewers who's watching tonight, Christine Howard. Christine Howard says she's absolutely ecstatic to see a legend live right here on Facebook. So shout out to Christine Howard.
Hey,
Um,
Christine Howard. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Absolutely, I absolutely adore her. She's so supportive in everything that's going on here. We also have Tiasha Bradley who's joining in, and then Sherelle Norman Bonds. She said, "Mr. Williams, continue to do what you love and stay youthful." She has a mother that just retired, so I'm sure that she was also raised on your music.
Well, that's awesome. Yes. Tell her mom I said hello.
Awesome, awesome. Mr. Williams, when you come to Augusta, and you come to this play, what do you want people to leave with after leaving the play? After they've experienced the production, what is the hope that they leave with?
Well, I think that the one thing that you can leave with, you have a young man in the play who gets himself into some trouble, and it seems hopeless, and then he gets a chance to have a relationship with God, and so and his mother, he heals their relationship, and let people know that there's healing out there, or healing for the soul, healing for families, and that we just have to persevere. And there's always light at the end of the rainbow. I was I, something was happening last week, and my wife was trying to figure it out, and then all of a sudden it just materialized, and I just went way back. I said, "Oh God, I always have a ram in the bush," and it's just like So just let people know that they don't have to be hopeless. There's a joy out there, and there's a blessing out there for everybody. And sometimes we have to persevere to get it, but definitely know that it's there. So I think the people are going to leave there with hope. They're going to leave there with joy. They're going to leave there with some laughter. Don't wear anything too tight. You might bust a button.
Not to mention, Mrs. Williams has an ice pick, and we don't want her to have to use it.
Yeah, we don't want the ice pick. Yeah, I'm leaving her at home anyway. Right? Yeah. Right.
I I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I'm absolutely excited for this play. And Mr. Williams, you've mentioned, God and hope and in Jesus a couple of times tonight. How important is it for your faith, to kind of be a part of the productions that give people hope and so forth? What does that do for you from a walk of faith, and how important it is for you?
Yeah, I was raised in the church. Good parents that raised me in church and taught me about faith and about uh, just a service. Being in service to others. I was on the junior usher board when I was a kid. Getting people seated and giving them fans and things like that. And so, service has been a part of my life for the majority of my life. And so it brings me a lot of joy to do that and to and I definitely know that in order to do that, that I have to get that strength and I have to get that attitude and uh, that spirit of being a servant, from God. And I definitely appreciate my parents. A lot of times I said, my parents did help me get a couple of houses, so I can't say they didn't, leave me some stuff. But besides, the monetary stuff that they left me and everything like that, and they, I really appreciate them for getting me up on Sunday mornings, taking me to church. I was telling somebody the other day, we were talking about the baseball game that lasted 19 hours the other day, and I remember I grew up with Joe Morgan, the baseball player at that, for the Cincinnati Reds, and he went to the Hall of Fame and everything, one of the greatest second basemen ever. And I remember one summer, I was about 12, and we won a championship, and then we were going to go to the playoffs. And it just so happened that the playoffs was the same time as Vacation Bible School.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm trying to figure out. And my mama heard me tell somebody, who want to go to Vacation Bible School when you can play baseball? And of course, she said, you going to Vacation Bible School, because you ain't putting nothing before God. And I said,
that's right.
my mama. But then I think about it now that God is first in my life, and I owe a lot of that to my mama, because she said, we're gonna put a stop to that right now, and she sure enough did too. Yes.
I love it. I too was born and raised in the church, in the Baptist church, that is.
Yes.
And of course, being from the South, that meant that we went several times a week, and each
Yeah.
time that we went was an all-day service.
All day. Yeah.
And of course, that's where I learned how to sing.
Yeah.
My mother was a singer in the church, of course, and I followed right in her footsteps. Mama's been gone now for going on 12 years. And but everything that she taught me, every way that she reared me, is still in my heart. And I try to, treat people just how mama taught me. So, what the Bible, train up a child in the way that he should go. And as he grow old, he won't depart from it. Ain't that right?
Yes, right. Yes. Yeah. So I grew up in the Star Bethel Missionary Baptist Church, started out there, and then I became a teenager, and I kind of started going around. Sly Stone and them was going over, playing over at the Church of God in Christ over there. So I'd run over there, checking on guitars and playing the trumpet, and Walter and Ed Hawkins. And, I happened to be blessed to grow up around a bunch of people, musicians, and, but just thank the good Lord for the straight and narrow path. And not to say I walked that straight and narrow all the time. I was a little slew-footed. And my wife will tell you, maybe the still was a little slew-footed, but I stay close. Me and Glenn Jones always talk. So much. You stand near the cross. He said, "Yeah, I'm standing near the cross. I may not be touching, but I'm near.
I'm near it. I'm close enough."
Close, right? Yes.
Well, that just means that we're human. So what they say: every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. So hey,
yes,
as long as we got breath in our body, we're moving towards something.
Yes, right. Yes. So higher calling, sure.
So, it sounds like, man, I always used to say, I wish I was, born and raised in the 60s and 70s, because times was just so different. And, it seems like even with entertainers and musicians and so forth, most of them came out of churches.
Right.
And so, it was nothing for you to be, in a church, and next thing you know, one of your church members is a, national superstar, almost
Exactly.
overnight. There were so many groups and so forth. I just want to walk back just a few before we get out of here. What was those early days like for you, when you got with the first group and so forth, what was that like back then? How did your parents and your church and so forth feel about that?
Well, I grew up, the old-fashioned way. They thought if you wasn't singing, a church song, you singing that blues, you're on your way to the lake of fire, So, I'd see the old folks, oh, when you gonna come back? When you gonna come back to church? I'm like, I'm still in church. A lot of them just couldn't get it, and I always tell them, hey, did you tell your wife you love her and she's beautiful? And I said, well, that's what I'm doing. Then, well, there ain't nothing wrong with you say, but the music. Then I go to piano and I'll play them a chord, and then I say, yeah, that's my song. And then I say, here it is. I take them same chords and sing, you know what I mean? Silent Night, and you know what I mean? And whatever, and so, just all about education. But yeah, the church is a great industry, I mean, even, we look at all the people that come out of church, not just musicians, but, like, say Barry Gordy, I mean, a great businessman, came out of church. There's so many people, great politicians, Martin Luther King, who was, great, political leader, in politics, and, heal the country, so many people come out of the church, and the church is like an industry. It just distributes people. You get the carpenters and the lawyers and all of that. Ben Crump, I know he came out of somebody's church. I could just hear it in his, yeah, I say, oh, Ben, he might have been a preacher,
Yeah, he gets to talking. He sounds like he's giving a sermon.
Yeah, he sounds like he's finna tune it up a little bit, and so, the church, like I said, has just been a distributor and a creator and a distributor, like a university, and then just graduates people out into all the various fields. And so I'm just, so excited to, to have had that experience, and and continue to have that experience. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, I don't want to take up so much of your time. I'm so glad that we got all the kinks worked out and so forth. But just wanted to have an opportunity to have a conversation with you. I'm almost, starstruck. But but I'm just so honored, to be able to kind of, promote this stage play, and to share with the audience, all that's gonna be taking place on November 23rd at the Bell Auditorium. We do have permission to, have a little giveaway. And so I want someone who's watching right now, you have to share this video, share this stream, and then I want you to comment at least 3 of the actors or actresses that are in this production. Mr. Williams have named them all, and you don't have time to Google it. So I want you to name at least three of the actors or actresses that are in this stage play, When a Woman's Fed Up. All right, the clock starts now. I'm looking for the first person that comments at least 3 of the actors or actresses that are in this production and stage play. And while I'm waiting for those to roll in, Mr. Williams, give us some last words for the audience today.
Yeah, we just want people to come out to check out the play. It's going to be a great play. It's a family play, family oriented. You can come out and have a great time. And I want to thank everybody who supported me and all of the other artists that are and actors who are in this play. We definitely don't take it for granted, and we appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. And yes, we absolutely appreciate everyone tuning in, sharing the live stream, being engaging, and listening to our conversation tonight. Mr. Williams, I'm hoping, of course, not only will I definitely be there, but I'm hoping that I get a chance to meet you in person. So we got to make sure we make that happen.
Yeah, and then you can tell me a joke and make me laugh. Yes.
Well, I'm all about that. So,
Okay.
Don't get me started, because then I'll be on the tour bus heading out with y'all.
All right, come on. Yes.
So I'm going to make sure I have Mr. and Mrs. Tillman, my parents, tuned in with us. A couple of comments from some of our viewers. Shabria McDowell said, Mr. Williams, did you ever get your draws back?
I'm still looking for my drawers. I just don't want her to bury. I'm trying to find them before she bury them. That's all I'm trying to do. You know, the old folks say, if they bury your draws, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find them before she bury them.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, we do have our winner for tonight of that pair of tickets to the hit stage play When a Woman's Fed Up, starring Lenny Williams, Shirley Murdoch, and I see here Clifton Powell.
No, we have Clifford's not in the play on this one right now, but we have Karan Joseph Riley from what was that play he was in? He was in the Black Wall Street movie. Yeah, right. The Black Wall Street on television. Yes, right. And we got Patrice Lovely. Yes, right. Yeah.
All right. I see she corrected herself. I was calling out the answer. She corrected herself in just enough time. So
yeah, I mentioned Clifton Powell. I was just talking about I've been in stage plays with him. Right. Yeah. But Clifton's not in this one. Yeah.
That's right. Well, she was able to quickly correct herself, so we're good to go.
Okay,
cool. So Christine Howard, congratulations on winning that pair of tickets for the hit stage play When a Woman's Fed Up. Debut or gonna be streaming, or not streaming, but right here live in Augusta, Georgia at the Bell Auditorium on November 23rd. That is a Sunday at 3 p.m. So you have more than enough time to go and pay your tithe and your offerings, and then come on down to the Bell Auditorium at 3 p.m. and check out Patrice Lovely, Lenny Williams, as well as Shirley Murdoch in the hit stage play When a Woman's Fed Up. Mr. Williams, thank you, sir, so much for being here.
Thank you, Paris. Yeah.
It's such a pleasure to have you. God bless you, sir. And I can't wait to see you in just a couple of weeks.
Most definitely. All righty.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye now. All right, y'all. You were live right here on the Tyrus Tillman Show with me and my guest for tonight, Lenny Williams. Lenny Williams, he is a world-renowned legend, and we have enjoyed having a conversation with him. I am on cloud nine, just knowing that I have had an opportunity to speak with him on my platform and on the show. And so for all of you out there, please make sure that you share the live. I see your comments. Thank y'all so much again for your patience as I kind of work through some technical difficulties. As most of you know, my original Facebook page was linked to my Instagram, went through some hacking issues and spamming messages that caused that page to be suspended. And so I'm currently now using this page, building back up the platform and my audience and followers and so forth. So thank y'all for every share. Every share means so much to me because it allows me to reach the people that have mattered to me the most and who I matter to the most. So thank y'all so much for that. Continue to love one another. I love you for free. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And stay tuned for all of the upcoming interviews that I have scheduled. There are some other legendary guests that I'm going to have over the next couple of weeks. Also going to continue the segment with our Richmond County Sheriff, which is Eugene Gino Brantley. We had a live last night, again, had some technical difficulties. So while we were live, seems like some of those comments and views weren't public. However, we've got all that worked out and we're good to go. So tune in Wednesday after next. We're going to have another segment and we're going to have that ongoing so he can get some things out to the community and kind of just join in with us on the Tyrus Tillman Show. All right. So thanks again. Make sure that you share. Congratulations again tonight to Christine Howard, our winner of the pair of tickets for the hit stage play When a Woman's Fed Up. Make sure that you are coming down to the Bell Auditorium November 23rd at 3 p.m. All right. Bye-bye.